Hi, and welcome to a new video on the Targeted Individual Program. I'm doing this video because today I was being heavily remotely neuromonitored. They tried to intimidate me into silence. I went to pick up my daughter. Well, prior to that, it was a lot of noise, a lot of honking with the car horns, with the sirens and stuff like that. And then I went to pick up my daughter. So my daughter goes to the babysitter that's like right around. There's a little cul-de-sac, and in the middle of, not in the middle of the block, but towards the end of the block. And so as I turned to go to the babysitter's house, I noticed immediately as I turned and I started walking to the babysitter's house, and a red SUV pulled out of the driveway. Right now, this red SUV wasn't in the driveway because that driveway has a gate. So obviously, the red SUV didn't belong there. Now, I didn't think anything of it at first, but so after the red SUV reversed out of the driveway, and like I said, he wasn't all the way in the driveway because it was blocked off by a gate. And so the red SUV drive off, and behind the red SUV was this man. So apparently they were waiting for me because I went up to the babysitter, rang the doorbell, and I saw that the man, he just came and he just sat right on the steps, right? So I was in the babysitter, we were talking for a little bit, and I was in there for about 15 to 20 minutes, okay? And this dude was still outside sitting on the steps. Now, as soon as I exit out the babysitter, he's asking me for the babysitter's husband, okay? Now, I'm like, okay, so you're telling me that you're sitting on the steps, right, looking for this babysitter husband, but yet you won't ring the bell. You're not ringing the bell, you're not asking, but you're asking me, right? How do I know? If I don't see him, or if I see him, why you're asking me? Ring the bell, right? Anyway, so he has his phone in his hands, and they like to do the phone targeting and stuff like that. So I guess I'm supposed to be intimidated or what have you. And also, when I was in the babysitter, her babysitter's home, her and her daughter were trying to again intimidate me into silence. They were sticking out their thumb like this, and the daughter was doing this, in front of me and stuff like that. So, as I leaving, I was like, I bet you this dude is still outside waiting, right? And of course, because he's a perp and he's there to target me. So, as I was going down the stairs, like I said, he asked me for her husband, and I'm like, dude, I'm like, listen, man, just go ring the bell and ask for him. If you want to speak to him, ring the bell and ask for him. That's all, okay? And then I walked off. So now, as I entered into the building, now getting ready to go upstairs to get in the house, the super all of a sudden opens up his door, and he asked me to give a package to apartment 3A. Right? So at that point, I'm like, okay, what are they up to now? And at that point, I know, ever since I left the babysitter, I know I was being heavily remotely monitored because, again, the super never asked me to bring any packages to anyone. So I was very surprised that he asked me, especially that I had my 2 young kids with me. Okay, plus I had, her bags and all that stuff, right? So anyway, I rang the doorbell, and I gave the young lady the package, okay? And I'm like, I was waiting for her to do something, for some type of targeting, but she didn't do anything. So I was like, okay, what is going on here? So anyway, then I noticed within the space that I got in the house, right? All of a sudden, no more sirens, no more honking of the horns and stuff like that. Okay? I mean, it was literally quiet, right? So I'm like, what is it that they're up to? So they're up to something, And again, with the remote neural monitoring, I had to kind of monitor my thought patterns because, again, this is what they do. They monitor your thoughts. So they set up these kind of things to see, what you're thinking. Right? What's your thought pattern? Or they may interject some sort of thought pattern into your mind. All right? So, I'm just doing this video, again, as a video log of my experience of what is being done. Okay? And I'm sure the fact that I'm now doing this video, because again, they were trying to silence me. I guess that's why they had the dude out there, you know, trying to act like, you know, or whatever. What they try to do sometimes with me is that they try to give the impression that they're going to use these people to implicate me in a crime or try to set me up, you know, that kind of thing. You know, and the police are the ones that are doing it, okay? The police, some members of the police, and including the feds, definitely are part of this, because the feds are the ones who have the technology to be able to monitor you within your home via satellite. And also the New York City Police Department can also do it, because now they have these X-ray machines, okay, and they have been had those machines, so it's not new, that can see through your home. And again, that is, you know, one of the reasons why when I get up in the middle of the night, immediately as I get out of bed, right, and I go to use the bathroom, there's immediately the sound of sirens, police sirens, okay? So again, trying to intimidate me, and also trying to use the kid's mother today to try to target me. And so, you know, they don't want me talking about it. They don't want me exposing what it is that they're doing. But, you know, I'm going to expose it anyway. And if you think you can have somebody come in and try to implicate me in some sort of crime, you're fucking out of your mind. Let me tell you one thing, okay? Because I'm documented. I document this shit. So, you know, you're going to have a hard time trying to do that. I'll let you know, okay? You ain't going to set me up. It ain't going to happen, all right? And that's why I recommend all TIs document what they're trying to do to you. Document it. Document it, talk about it. So what, if in case they do try to set you up, that you have the documentation to prove what you've been saying all along, okay? And that's the one thing that they hate. They hate to be exposed. And so that's why we as targets have to expose them, have to let others know exactly what's going on, and to let other TIs know who are just finding out that they're targeted, to know exactly what to do, so that they don't fall into the traps, and they don't end up becoming silent and let these motherfuckers, okay, evil motherfuckers, get away with these crimes, okay? So if you think you're going to try to set me up, good luck with that.